So it seems that the rumors are true. Saul Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul, El Gallo, will be fighting. And I thought it was just a rumor, so that's why I have not made a video about this yet. But every day that keeps going by, there's more proof that this fight is indeed going to happen. Jake Paul, in one of the podcasts, he actually says that he is going to be fighting next. And he is gonna have a bigger opponent than Mike Tyson was. Now, there is only a handful of fighters that are bigger than Mike Tyson, and that is Saul Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather. And the next fighters that are really that famous is really Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think David Benavidez is starting to make a name for himself. But I really do believe David Benavidez is gonna be the face of boxing in the future. And not just did Jake Paul confirm this, also Richard Schaefer and the Floyd Mayweather team, they both said that they are actually negotiating in Saul Canelo Alvarez's behalf. As we all know, Saul Canelo Alvarez fights only in 2 days out of the year, and that's gonna be on Cinco de Mayo weekend and Mexican Independence Day weekend. So this fight with Jake Paul is set for March 3rd this year. Now, I believe Jake Paul was right, and Canelo Alvarez versus Jake Paul is a bigger fight than Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. It would be different if Mike Tyson was still in his prime against Jake Paul, then that would be a spectacle. But now it's going to be Canelo Alvarez, and he's still in his prime, and it's going to go against Jake Paul. I know there's a big old weight difference, but I think the skills are higher than that. Now, I heard that the negotiations are really going great, and I really do want this fight to happen because this is a really huge fight and boxing needs the help and the eyes. I want a lot of people to watch this fight so they could become boxing fans. Come on, Jake Paul will never fight Mike Tyson in his prime, the same way that he is not fighting the top level heavyweight fighters in his prime like Usyk or Tyson Fury. He's not doing that, so he would not do that to even a scarier fighter, Mike Tyson. Now, people are saying that the only way this fight will not happen is if they both do not agree on the weight, because as we all know, Jake Paul fights at cruiserweight, and the last time he fought was Mike Tyson, and he was 227 pounds. But Canelo Alvarez has fought at 175, and he was actually gonna go to cruiserweight to fight Macbu something. And Canelo Alvarez does have a strong chin, and he does have power. So I really do think that he will stop Jake Paul. Jake Paul, I do not think he has any type of skill, and he is no threat to Canelo Alvarez. What's really gonna sell this fight and make it a real spectacle is that Canelo Alvarez is really a 168 pounder, but the skills is such big. There's a big difference in skills, and there's a big difference in weight. So that's gonna be like, okay, yeah, he's less skilled, but he's so much heavier, so he will be able to absorb Canelo's punches. Now, say that the weight does help a lot and Jake Paul somehow pulls out the win, but I really doubt it because it's Mexican. No, it's gonna be Cinco de Mayo weekend, and I doubt that he's gonna beat Canelo. To beat the champ, you have to take it from the champ. Let's just say Jake Paul wins. Now everybody's gonna say that Jake Paul is a real weight bully, and nobody is really gonna give him credit until he fights somebody his own size and actually beats somebody his own size. Other than that, nah, Terrence Crawford will beat the living ish of Naoya anyway, because I think if Naoya anyway was as big as Terrence Crawford, he'll beat Terrence Crawford. What I'm trying to say, sometimes even if you're more skilled than another fighter, the weight is just too much and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Even with your superior skills, this guy is going to walk through all your punches and just beat the living ish out of you. But a lot of people are saying that Canelo Alvarez is really avoiding David Benavidez and ducking Benavidez. But I really do not think so. I really think that he is trying to milk the most money he can before he actually takes the Benavidez fight. And I actually believe if he does not beat David Benavidez, that's going to be Canelo's last fight. So I really think that's what's going on. But remember, guys, I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest. If you want to help out your boy, throw $1 at the super thanks. I gotta roll. Peace.